I pledge allegiance.
This is Prince David, and welcome to the Prince David Show. And tonight we're going to bring on Mr. Captain Funkenstein and Dr. Wiggles. How about that, y'all? Come on in, y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, listen, you guys are starting to pump up a little something old school funk. We want the funk. What's that all about? Dr. Wiggles, talk to me.
Yes, sir. Pledge to the Funk. We came up with this track maybe 20 years ago, man, and we
Man, y'all
went
going
back as
back and forward. I got you. All right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. We went back to the future on this one
okay, yeah,
and remixed it,
okay.
and and so we're putting this out and hoping to get a great following behind this. We want to be a Grammy Award winning hit maker like you, bro.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is hot and it's got that old school flavor. I think you're gonna do pretty good. All right. And so wait a
Yes,
minute, we
sir.
got we got somebody else on the line. We got Mr. Captain Funkenstein. What's up with you?
It is I, says he. Thank you for having us, sir.
Huh?
Uh, just living the life, man. We're trying to push this music. We're trying to push this song, the single
Yeah.
out, Pledge to the Funk, and
Hmm.
just trying to make ground again.
Well,
Um,
the music, but I hear that it's going in the movie. What's going on with that too? You got to tie it all together.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's going to be a soundtrack in the movie Girls on the Yard that I
Oh, girls on the
yeah,
yard. Got some women up in
yeah,
that piece, huh?
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Representing that movie would be out next year sometime, but in the meantime, this is the lead track off of the
Okay.
soundtrack. Yeah.
And what about the video? Where did y'all do the video at?
We just finished the music video.
Uh-huh.
It's dropping on YouTube on Saturday.
Oh, snap.
We'll start pushing it out. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it's a hell of a video.
Oh,
Um,
hey.
from the concept of finding the element of the funk
Uh-huh.
or the soul that was taken out of our music.
Right,
And
right.
so we made that vow to find that element and put it back in. And so that's what we're aiming to do with Captain Funkenstein and Dr. Wiggles with this track,
Yeah.
Pledge to the Funk. And of course, we have uh, 11 others that's following this one.
Well, for those, he keeps mentioning it, but for those who don't know, he keeps mentioning Pledge to the Funk. That's the name of the single. All right. So Pledge to the Funk is coming out. And you mentioned how we kind of like lost a little bit of soul out in the music business. I tell you one thing, we just lost a wonderful singer named Peebo Bryson. He just passed away and he's part of the soul part. So
yeah,
we have
Right.
to keep our soul peoples alive, because we listen to the
Yeah.
music all the time. And
Yeah.
and part of keeping the music alive is what you guys are doing, bringing back that old school flavor, right?
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Yeah.
Mixed in a little bit with today's flavor.
Oh
What is
yeah.
this way? Yeah, what we call it?
Oh, New Age
Cat.
Funk, New
New
Age
age funk. Okay.
Funk, and I want to send my deepest condolences to Peebo's family.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No question about it. Yeah.
Music,
We
and,
we used to be on tour with him back in the days.
yes, yeah,
Wonderful singer. Wonderful singer.
He was one of the best. One of the
Yes.
best.
His
You
voice
mentioned
remained through all time periods that he was in. Probably about four time periods. He was about 75 years old. So he
was
yes,
came
he?
through. He came through a lot. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, but you being the lead, one of the singers of Surface, you're one of those great industry and soulful uh,
Well,
vocalists
it's
in the
funny
city.
you mentioned soul, which we never looked at ourselves as soul because we didn't really have a category when we came out. We came out so different, which was it helped us a lot because we
yeah,
were so different. When Happy came out, there was nothing really like Happy until Loose Ends came out, and they kind of had that flavor. And
yeah,
then Terry
Yeah.
Lewis and Jimmy Jam started using those 808 machines, which kind of got our flavors. But now you mentioned soul. Now, of course, we had a little bit of soul in it, but we was more R&B/pop. And ain't nothing
Okay.
wrong with that either. We kept it alive. You know what I
No,
mean? We still keeping it
no,
alive. But, it's part of the music scene. You know what I mean?
no. I
Yeah,
guess for me, when I say soul, I'm thinking about just the feel.
yeah,
The music had life to it. It
yeah,
breathed. You know what I mean? And that's what I
yeah.
learned from a lot of the old school for musicians is letting the music breathe. And that's what I
Very
feel like
important.
Surface was one of those groups, you know what I mean?
Well, I appreciate it. We always try to make that breath in the songs, give it life, the breath of
Yeah.
life.
Right.
Well, yeah,
Right. Right.
Yeah, but it's a fun ride. You know, we're still
yeah,
riding it and stuff like that. But let's talk about some new funk right now. Let's talk about some
That's right. That's
Captain
right.
Funk. All right.
yes,
So
sir.
yeah. So we'll bring out the flavor, and it's indicative of what I kind of grew up with, which was Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh yeah,
Wasn't no funk like Funkadelic back in the day.
right.
And I was very fortunate to be able to jam with the group I ain't saying a couple of years, it was a few years ago.
Mm.
My man let me on stage. I took my flute and I kind of jammed with those cats. Man, I'm like, yo, I'm up here being a funketeer, you know what I mean? So I know what it feels like to be out there with the funk. It's really
Oh
hot.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's really hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh
It's something, man. And how Captain Funkenstein and I came up with this particular song was
Hmm.
I was out in New Orleans and I'd run into Parliament. And it's interesting how
Wow.
the energy can transfer.
Mm.
And so I produced a track. I was flown out to Atlanta from New Orleans to work with a production company.
Okay.
And they paid for the studio time and I ended up producing this track,
Uh-huh.
Pledge to the Funk. However, it didn't have that name. It was just a track.
Right,
And
right.
I called Cap up and I sent him the track and we scheduled a time where I would go to Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, to record the track.
Tallahassee.
And of
You mean to
course,
tell me funk is down there in Tallahassee? Talk to me, Captain.
yeah, man,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
Uh, Usually where I'm from and where he's from.
okay, okay. All right. I'm gonna
Kind
leave you all alone. I'm gonna leave you all alone.
of,
I'm
no,
a
we
Jersey boy.
bring it,
Yeah.
man. It's
Yeah.
been with us for forever. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Continue, Doc.
Yeah.
yeah. So I drove down and we linked up, and within that week, he was supposed to have written the lyrics to the song.
Mhm.
But things don't always go the way you plan it. The
Right.
universe has a different story sometimes on certain
Oh,
things.
definitely, no question.
And so we went in the studio. Mind you, we were recording on some dated equipment. So
Hmm.
we couldn't go back, we couldn't master that because we were
Hmm.
using, 4 tracks and our components that my partner had at his studio.
Hey man, you gotta use what
Equivalent.
you got. Don't discourage it.
Oh, not at all.
Happy was done on the 4-track tape recorder when we started it. So hey, listen.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Wow.
and and so we went in the studio
Hmm.
and he jumped in the booth. I mean, I was kind of disappointed at first that he didn't have the lyrics, but I know we worked together for so long that I knew it was going to come from somewhere.
Right,
And
right.
once he got in the booth, he killed it. He did
All
it,
right, yes,
and
sir.
you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
that was the entrance
Right,
or
right, right,
the life of Captain Funkenstein and Dr. Wiggles. That's where it
right.
started, very organically, just off the top of his head. That's where it came, and so we're
Yeah.
sticking with it.
A lot of times
Yeah,
that's where the music happens. Sometimes it happens spontaneously. Sometimes you can
Yeah.
go and
yeah,
you have an idea, you can come out with it. But when two people come together, you got the music and then the lyrics and the melodies. When those two don't happen at the same time, all of a sudden, boom, you're at the gun. All right, you got to come up with
yeah,
this here. All of a sudden, you hear that
yeah,
vibe come in, that funk vibe come in. Next thing you know, bam,
yeah,
Got it.
pledge.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Everybody saluting.
it was not by design that I didn't want to write. It was
Right.
just one of the things that I kind of ran out of time because I was
Mhm.
doing other things and
Right, right.
okay, I'll get to it. But I had a concept in mind, but not on paper.
Hmm.
And needless to say, I just wrote the song after I sung the song. And
Oh, snap.
normally that's backwards. And
I know. Yeah.
I'm prepared when I go into a session, but it just caught me off guard, and I forgot he was
Hmm.
coming, and I was like, oh, let me try and put something together, and
Hmm.
it came out great, and that's
Yeah.
what music's about. It ain't, it's about feel. It's about
Hmm.
at that time, what I was feeling that I think the song should have, and
Right, right.
you know, after 20 years, 30 years,
Hmm.
we did
Hmm.
and revised it, and we didn't know what we had at the time because we walked away from it, you know, because it wasn't a complete vibe at the time to us. And we revisited, and I was like, oh, okay, we need to, we can do something with this.
What a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Uh,
hmm
uh, yeah.
To
You know,
resurrect things
we,
from the past. See, you guys not only resurrecting songs, but you're resurrecting that whole mood from the past and bringing it up to where? Today.
Yes.
You know, so people are going to listen to it today and say, that kind of reminds me of back in the day.
Yeah.
And back in the day, things was really cool.
Yeah.
So it ain't a bad thing. Back in the day, we was grooving back in the day. I wish that things was happening like that now. But the saving grace is the live shows. When we do live shows, it gives
yes.
people an opportunity to relive those past memories, you know, relive those past melodies and that mood that we were having back in the 80s. All of a sudden now we get a chance to do it again, and we get a chance to give to the people again, like what you guys are doing now.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
to be honest, man, I remember hearing Surface for the first time, and I'm a big fan.
Oh,
I
all right.
still remember Happy,
Okay.
and that was I get kind of got me in trouble a few times because
Hey,
I was
listen.
rehearsal and was at the beach hanging out with my buddy, and we supposed to be in rehearsal getting ready for a show, and this guy, he was pissed. He was like, "Man, you and I going down to the beach, and you had rehearsal. We got a show." I'm like,
Right,
"Okay."
right.
But Happy, I rode off on Happy for the longest, man. Back on Rewind, you know what I mean? So it's definitely it's iconic. Yeah, that
You know,
track.
things like that do happen. I'm gonna tell you, because when Happy came out originally, even though it was back on the West Coast, Arkansas was like one of the first radio stations to play it.
Yeah.
So I'm from the East Coast. I'm from New Jersey. So
Okay.
I'm here out in New Jersey, and I keep telling people like, yo, I got a hit. They're like, yeah, I ain't got no hit. Because ain't nobody heard it in New York. So
Right.
the song
Right.
was rocking on the West Coast, California, all that kind of stuff. And it went all the way up to damn near #2. And New York never heard the record. But
Wow.
then all of a sudden, it started to go down in the charts, but then all of a sudden came back up because who? New York started playing the record. That could easily happen with you guys. It's a different business now. But out of nowhere, New York area started to play the record, and it got a whole new life, right?
Wow.
Because now the West Coast was kind of like, we've already done that, so it's already, it's already kind of done. New York is
Right.
brand new. So people go, oh, you do have a hit record out. I'm like, hey, listen, I've been telling y'all all the time. Then we had a little something, something, and all of a sudden we started grooving again. So in the same way, this is 2026. Guess what? We still got gigs. We still got rock and radio still playing us now. So that's the way the music is working. So what are we saying about the music? Anytime you do some good music that reminds people of a like nice time or whatever they're going through at the time of the time, whatever they're going through at that time,
Yeah.
it's always recognized again and again and again and again. So to have something that kind of goes through time is a
Yeah.
blessing. It's a
Yes.
blessing right there. You know what I mean? So
And that's
I wish y'all good luck with that blessing. You know what I mean? Because I get it good feeling from the pledge.
oh wow, thank you, man.
Thank you. Yeah. And you know,
Wish you
not to cut you off, Cap. So, and of course, it means a lot coming from you
Hey, listen, I'm
because
just a regular dude out there that digs music. How about that?
no, but here's the truth. What I found out within the last couple of days is that you work with the Jackson. You made a hit record with Jermaine Jackson.
Oh yeah,
You
Jermaine's
work with,
back. He's back on the scene with his son. With the movie
yeah,
yeah, with the
Jafar.
you
movie.
know, and
hmm
that's just one name. That's enough to mention. But there's so
hmm
many others that you've built relationships with that we talked about. So that's why it's important hearing it coming from you. You know what I mean? That's certification. We that gives us even more to keep working. You know what I mean?
You
We're
call it
we're
more, but I'm
seasoned.
still going to stick with my same story. I'm still a regular guy out there. You know,
Dig it.
I'm just digging on what I dig. You know what I'm saying? So
No doubt.
whatever
No
it is,
doubt.
like anybody else, yeah, I've been around the block a few times for sure. With a lot
Yeah.
of different people, a lot of big stars. Yeah.
That's called
You know, and
that's
we've been around the world too.
yeah,
Say, hey, look, that's
yeah,
what it is.
Yeah. No
that's
doubt. No doubt.
I'll tell you what, if we go to France, it ain't happy that they want to hear. They really want to hear a song that you probably never even heard of. It's called Falling in Love. It's my first single that I ever put out. They want to hear that song because, of course, they're a little bit behind the times as far as what's happening here in the States. I'm talking about over in France. So they like happy, but they really want to hear Falling in Love. And that was actually led by a young lady that passed away years ago. But she was the lead singer, beautiful singer, Karen Copeland. But anyway, shows you the different places get into different things.
Right.
You know, Stevie Wonder had a hit song out in England that I never even heard before. And all of a sudden, I'm like, the song is number one. Boom. Number one out there. They never played it on the radio here in the States. So it's different ears, different places, you know, different experiences. And that's what we're building out here. We're building experiences.
Yeah. We hope Pledge to the Funk can be one of those. That I think that, you know, from the work that we did to it and the time that was spent on it when we revisited it, I think it has the potential. And we just, you know, we're going to keep pushing it, and we got some other stuff to follow up.
That's what I heard. You got some more stuff cooking in the kitchen there, huh?
Oh yeah.
All right.
We just hadn't shot it off yet.
Okay, well, it takes one to start.
There you go.
And then we got something to back it up. As long as y'all got something hot like that. Y'all got something hot like that?
Oh man, we got
okay.
Yes.
So the funk is just beginning with y'all. All right. Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on y'all now. Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
We won't. Not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a 30 something year relationship between Doc and I. So
okay.
Yeah. We
history.
History. And we've been through a lot of bands together.
Right.
School and from childhood, you know, we grew up in the same neighborhood and didn't know each other, but you know, we locked in high school. It's been ever since. It's brother. It's my brother.
That reminds me when I hear interviews with Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam.
Yeah.
They say the same thing about each other. You know what I mean? How things just kind of evolved into this big thing.
Yeah. I did hear that story. Quite intriguing.
I love it. Rocking, because it's a good experience to be with you guys, man. And listen, really want to just wish you all the best of luck on your music. It's not the same music business out here now. So you got to work a little bit harder, but it's harder on one side, easier on another side. Are we selling records like we used to? No. We're now selling streams. We're now selling airtime, you know, and we're also selling a visual. That's why I asked you about that video. What's happening with that video? People, they depend on that video more so than even the music, because the video is actually pushing the music nowadays. Or it was before, because once MTV, and they finally let black people on MTV, but BET and all that kind of stuff. But videos were very important. But everybody was hungry for the videos. Now it's almost like a common thing. You got to have a video. You have to have a visual part of your music. So we're visual and we're audio now. So we got to have them both. And that's where you come in, Wiggles, because that movie that you're starting to do, boom, boom, that's going to all tie that together, because we always relate the music with the visual.
Exactly.
So when songs are in movies, sometimes that makes it bigger than trying to push it out on the radio or wherever. Man, that's that hit sound. That's the hit song for that hit movie. Boom, or whatever it is. They all tie together these days, you know.
Yeah. No doubt. Well, it's a hell of a video. It's a mini movie.
All right, I love it. Mini movie, yes. That reminds me of back when Michael did his mini movie. Which movie was that? Come on, guys. What was it?
Oh, it was Thriller.
Thriller. Now you're talking. There you go. Mini movie.
Yeah.
And look at what it did.
Yes. So that's the whole thing. You know, we want to get visual arts. Even I can't wait till we actually get to the point where we're on stage performing this.
Right.
You know, we have these characters, and I have to say, being around Parliament also kind of shaped me and shaped him with this concept.
Right.
You know, and of course, being an intern up at Dark Studios, George Parliament was always there, so I was always around those guys.
Yes, yes.
So being a Funketeer is deep and true. Though I grew up in church playing drums, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So it all
Wow.
encompasses and come together. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Yeah, you know. So, but yeah, man, we're working. We're working,
That's good.
friends.
I want to hear y'all working some more. I want to be able to come out to see your shows. Keep me in tune with whatever's going on with the song. I want to know where it's
Will
being
do.
played. I want to
Yes,
dial it
sir.
up. I want to keep an eye on you guys, and I wish y'all the best luck. And just keep that funk alive.
I pledge allegiance to the United States of the Funk, for which it stands. One nation, to the funky liberty, and justice to funk. It's the adventures of Captain Funkenstein. And trusted companion, Dr. Wiggles. I promised